Let's look into a typical three set Venn diagram question in which you have to make equations and arrive at find the value of each of the regions. Okay. SM Sport Institute has three types of sports person. These are shooters, archers, and boxers. Currently, the institute has 42 sports person involved in the aforementioned sports. That are these three sports: shooters, archers, and boxers. Each sports person is associated with at least one of the three mentioned sports. Okay, so everyone has to be associated with at least one of these sports. It is also known that, okay, so 7 points are there. Okay. The sports person who are associated with all the three sports are half the number of the person who are only boxers. Okay, it is very bulky to read, so it's better to make three Venn diagram, three circles, three set Venn diagram, and try to fix in the variables or the numbers given in the points. Okay, so let it be this as shooters denoted by S, archers by A, and these are boxes. Fine. The first point says the number of sports person who are associated with all the three sports are half the number of the person who are only boxers. So who are only boxers? This. Okay. So if this is and the number of persons or the number of players who are associated with all the three sports is this region. If this is X, then this would be 2X. Okay, so we're done with the first point. The number of sports person who are only shooters, okay, only shooters, is 5/7 the number of sports person who are only archers. So you have to carefully read it if it is given only shooters or only archers or just the archer. So in both the situation it's given only shooter is 5/7. So if we take archer as 7A, then the number of shooters would be 5A. I am intentionally not taking into fraction because the number of the sports person cannot be in a fraction. So it's better to take as 7A and this as 5A. Okay, we are done with the second point. The number of sports person who are shooters and boxers is same as the number of sports person who are shooters and archers but not boxers, and the number of sports person who are boxers and archers but not shooters. Okay, lengthy line to read. Okay, but let's try to read it once again. The number of sports person who are shooters and boxers is same. Okay, so who are shooters and boxers? This would be shooters and boxers. Can we name this region as Y? Okay, is same as sum of the number of sports person who are shooters and archers but not boxers. Who are shooters and archers but not boxers? This region. These are shooters and archers but not boxer, and the sum of the sports person who are boxers and archers but not shooters. Boxers and archers but not shooters. So this would be this region. Okay. So this plus this should be X plus Y. Okay. X plus Y. So let's suppose if we name this region as Z, what would be this region as? This would be X plus Y minus Z. X plus Y minus Z, this region. Okay, fine, if this is Z. Now let's read the fourth point. The number of sports person who are only shooters, means we are talking about 5A, is, okay, so we now need to write the equation. So let's write the equation. 5A is equals to 2 more than the number of sports person who are shooters and archers. Who are shooters and archers? Shooter and archer, this. So this is 2x plus y minus z. 2x plus y minus z. So this, we have got this equation. Okay, fine. Name it as equation 1. So we are done with fifth point. Now let's read the sixth point, 150% of the numbers of person who are only arcers. 150%. 150% means 3 by 2. Okay. So let's write it down. 3 by 2 of those who are only arcers, that is 7a, equals to okay. We aren't done with fifth point. Okay, we'll take it back. 150% of the numbers person who are only arcers is 1 more than 125%. 125% means 5 by 4 of the sum of the number of sports person, who are only shooters. Okay, who are only shooters means 5a, only shooters, and that those who are only boxers. So who are only boxers is 2x. So this equation, name it as equation second. We have left the fifth point. Let's read it out. The number of boxers who are not shooters. Okay, number of boxers who are not shooters. Who are those? That is 2x plus z. These are the number of boxers who are not shooters. Okay, fine. 2x plus z is 1/6 of the total number of sports person in the institute. So very simple. 1/6. Total number of sports person are 42. 1/6 of 42 is 7. Okay. So we are done with the fifth one. We are already done with the sixth one. Now let's read the seventh point. Only one person is both archer and boxer but not shooters. Okay. Archer and boxer but not shooters. So we are talking about z. So the value of z is given, and which is 1. We would have solved this equation if you have gone from the last statement to the first statement. That would have been easier, but of course this is also an easier one to solve. Okay. If z is 1, we got the value of z. If z is 1, can you find x? Yes, we can find x from this equation. X would be 3. Now this equation, can you find a from this equation? Yes, we can definitely find a, because this is an equation of two variables and we know the value of x. Okay, so let's do it over here. I'm writing this complete equation over here now. So 3 into 7a by 2, that is 21a by 2. 21a by 2 equals to 1 plus 5 by 4, 5a, 2x is what? 6, because x is 3. Okay, so this would be how much? 21a by 2 and 25a by 4 would make it to 17a by 4. And this is 1 plus 30 by 4, this is 15 by 2, and 1 plus 15 by 2 is 17 by 2. So this 2 got cancelled, this 17 got cancelled. So value of a is 2. We got the value of a, means we got this. This is 10. This is 14 now. This we have already got, which is 1. X we have got as 3. 2x is 6. Now what we need to find? Can you find? We need to just find y. So we can use this equation, first equation, to find the value of y. So what is 5a? 5a is nothing but 10. This is 2. 2x is 6. Y we need to find. Z is 1. Then what's the value of y? Y equals to 8 minus 7 minus 10 minus 7 is 3. So value of y is 3. So this is 3. And x plus y minus z is how much? 5. So this is 5. Okay. Now we can answer all the question. We have found the the exact number of each of the regions. Now let's try to answer. what is the number of person who are shooters? So we just need to find shooters. So 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 10 is 21. So the answer to the first question is 21. How many players play all the three sport? This is this region. So x equals to 3. Find the absolute difference between the number of shooters and that of boxers. So this is shooter and this is boxer. This is the common region. This region, summation of this region is how much? 6 plus 1 is 7, and this region is 10 plus 5 15. So the difference of 15 and 7 is 8. So yeah, this 8. Find the number of person who play exactly two of the three sports. Exactly two of the three sports. So this region, and this region. So this is 5, this is 3, 8, and this is 1, 9. So 9 sports person play exactly 2 sports out of 3. So it was a simple question. You just need to make the questions according to the points which are given in the question, and be very clear about the regions that we are talking about. Especially in the point third, it was a little lengthier to interpret, but easy to make the equation or understand. Hope you have understood it. Thank you.